Hey everybody, and welcome to the Whcc booth at Imaging USA, and I am hanging out with Darren and LisaThompson, so thank you so much for joining me today and being volunteered for another interview. So normally, I am completely organic with these, and I just surprise people by what we're going to talk about, but we actually did a little pre-talking, and I'm really glad we did. So Lisa, I'm going to let you talk first about some of your aspirations and the direction that you're wanting to take the business here this year.
Well, first of all, I love the trade show so much. I feel like it's a whole education set of everything. So I have taken the opportunity this year to really scope out just a different level of photography that I need to take, and a lot of it has to do with products and the way I want to do, and then also just connecting with people to figure out exactly how I want to implement it. So really for me, I am looking for a huge, giant leap to a next level. Keeping a lot of things the same, but I can't just increase a little bit or take a baby step. It is a giant step to add a whole new level.
So people have an idea of like the scope of your business and the length of time you've been in business, just to kind of set that bar. Like, tell us the background of how long you guys have been working together, how, you guys have two businesses, like a little bit of info on that I think would be helpful.
Well, we definitely have taken our business at a slow pace. We've done it with another part-time job, and then we scaled back to full-time to part-time, and then we definitely built our business slowly. So being now in a studio for 7 years from our home studio, it already jumped when we instantly went in the studio, but now we're just trying to manage it. It has gotten so out of control. It's like we need systems in place and all of that. So, and it's continuing to grow more than we can handle. So now I've just got to jump it up. So the price point's higher, the qualities may be different, and we're standing out above everybody else in our area. So that's what I'm looking for.
Absolutely. So Darren, instead of just standing there and looking pretty, for the interview, tell us a little bit about like how your role is in the business, because we know from the YouTube live that your wife happens to be, what was the word that you used? It was very complimentary about spreadsheets and tracking and being very, very dialed in on your business financial side of it. So how do you come in? What do you add to this wonderful lady's life?
Not much. She adds more to mine than I do to hers, I'm sure. But, the roles have really changed. She talked about how we had slow growth. I think we're in year 17 now in some aspect of professional photography. And it used to be that I was the technical one and I did all the shooting. She did the editing. We kind of both ran the business when we were doing it on the side before we had full-time and studio. But you referenced, we do have another business, and my role, unfortunately, I guess, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, has diminished on the photography side over the last few years. And most of what I do and support is a lot of the back end business, the books, and helping out on sessions when I can. It's not, I don't say ideal, but I love the photography business. I love being behind the camera. I love interacting with our clients and stuff like that, and not getting to do it as much as I used to kind of stings a little bit, but our other business has grown exponentially at the same time in parallel, and it's just been, we've been very blessed, but it's pulled me away from this photography more than I would like for it to have. But I enjoy coming to imaging, and anytime we get a chance to see you guys at White House, and still making the connections in this industry, because there's so many great people in this industry, and even the last 2 days we've still met people and made friends and networked. That's going to all come back and contribute to our photography business, and that's been awesome.
Absolutely. And like, you guys are the true meaning of the word when you talk about entrepreneurship, like with two business, family, growth. It's incredible, and we always look forward to talking with you and hanging out with you. But before we let you go here, I definitely want to go back and touch on something I think is really important. When you come to imaging, whether you're brand new, experienced, somewhere in the middle, everybody fits into one of those buckets. You always have to have your eyes open. and your ears open and be ready for that conversation, for things that are going to click. Like you mentioned a few minutes ago, at the get together last night, you met 5 people that you had never met before, and the community that goes along with photography, we all know, is phenomenal. It's sharing, it's caring, it's warm and fuzzy, it's business building and supporting each other, and you guys are definitely a huge piece of that, so we want to really thank you for that. So, growing by leaps and bounds, ready to make that hurdle instead of the baby step. So, what's top of mind to you, Lisa, going into busy season 2024? And I know I'm putting you on the spot, and I'm doing it on purpose, that you're going to go home and be like, this is first, because I know you're the kind of person that's going to plan, and when you get home, your feet are going to be going.
Well, for me, of course, it's numbers. So I am going to first think of the most giant, crazy session and collection that I can put together. Like, it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars. And then I'm going to figure out what I want in there, and then I figure out everything underneath. So I have to start with that, because we've increased our senior averages so much this year that now I'm like, okay, well, that was easy. I mean, it's not, I'm saying, but it was fairly easy in 1 year. And so
in hindsight too.
Oh, in hindsight, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so now I can't just do that again and keep doing it. I've got to go like gigantic, because the calls are not stopping, the requests are not stopping, so I've got to try to just do something crazy big. And I feel like we're at the point now that it might just work. So,
if anybody can make it work successfully, it's you too. So if you have questions for this awesome team, put them in the comments. We know where to find them, and I'm sure they'd be kind enough to answer them. So thank you for joining us. We'll be back with you soon.